Hey guys, we are back at it again. This isn't going to be for Battle of Honor, this is just going to be for this. But alright, I'm back. And we are winning again. Hooray. So, gonna do a hopefully quick and quiet video so I don't wake up my wife. Better close my door real quick. Hopefully the walls aren't too thin. Don't want to wake her up. Going to be talking about PvP heroes and standing currently. A lot of kind of cool things going on with some of the sets coming out. First thing is Scissor Heroes kind of have a good buff. I think Paper Heroes have a better buff. Right now I think Angela is pretty damn strong with this new set. Where is it? I saw some great thread somebody put up with like a 48,000 attack Rask. This is the best attack I can get out of my league currently, wherever my gallery is. I'm not going to do it right now because I had to unequip too much and re-equip too many other things, but the best I can do is 46k, though I think that 38,000 attack is definitely enough, and I wasn't able to keep my battle suits full effects equipped to reach this attack. I had to put necklaces on them. So I lost a lot of defense and a lot of HP, but you can definitely reach like 50,000 attack with the current sets that we have out now. There's really no problem with that with a lot of these new sets. Let's just take a look at them right now, because it's really kind of changing the game a lot. This short in height, tall in heart set is awesome. This is like this set would be so good on Angela, so good on Angela, because it's just too good. Like Angela's too strong to have decline set. So this is like the almost fair version for her. Plus it gives 1100 crit rate, which is sweet. She doesn't suffer from any mana issues. It's really good for Zero too, the new Paper attack type hero, but damn, this is just a really good set. Paper needed that kind of buff. This difference between you and me is a terrible set. I don't know what they're thinking about. This should be the S set or the A set, and this should be the SS set right here. Apparently this doesn't stack. You can only use one at a time. I'm going to do some testing once they have the exchange out, but I'm really disappointed about that. Let's see, some of the newer sets got to be here somewhere. Here we go. This is a great set. Now, the thing to keep in mind with these sets like this is the attack you gain is attack plus your potentials. So this isn't just 2400 attack. For heroes without any other kind of modifiers to attack, or no 15% from the omnipotent and omniscient set, this is a potential 2400 plus at with like 1.4 times that, which is like 40% for attack potentials. So it's actually 3360 attack total. Now, what's also something you need to keep in mind about how good this is compared to, say, a Pathfinder set is it's not like 3,000 attack more than a Pathfinder set. A Pathfinder set gives you 16,000 some flat HP, which then gets benefited by your potentials, which you can only have about 10%. Sorry, that's not right. What is it, 50% in HP? 10... I'm pretty sure it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10, 20, so 30%. 32% with the 1-star accessory. Yeah, 32% HP is the maximum. So if you got 16,000 health from a Pathfinder set, it would give you that times 1.32 would be 21,120, and that would be about 2,112 attack, with the attack by HP potential being maxed out. So there's really only like a maximum potential difference in this of about 1,000 attack, but you would gain so much more defense plus some movement with the Pathfinder set. So like it's very debatable which one's the absolute best. This is definitely going to be the best set for straight damage. It's also nice that it doesn't have a condition on it. It's got a better type accessibility and more attack than the other 4-star set that's only for Scissor Heroes. I'm on the fence with this set. I don't think it's very good. This is the Scissor one I was just talking about. Scissor only, and it's not as good as the what the heck is this called? Austere Noble set. The Star Song's fine for Moz. This set, I'm still on the fence. Well, I really, really, really do not like the condition of this set. Because the time that you're really going to need is clutch time when there's a team where you actually have trouble beating. And then, boom, 18,000 health just disappears. So, I'm not a huge fan of this set over the Pathfinder. But it's definitely a great turn 1 performer. That's still useless. Oh, so good. So good again. Okay, so what other new sets do we have that actually change PvP? Definitely none of those. Not that either. The Arrogant Pureblood. Alright, the Arrogant Pureblood is a great set for heroes like Cleo. I say heroes like Cleo because this is definitely a defense-oriented set. Not so great when you're the one in control. It's if you're in control, it seems best to put on your tank above anything else. But then it's a crit rate set, so it's kind of weird. You give it to your tank because your tank would be the one soaking all the attacks. So if their opponent's strong enough to kill your tank on the square map, let's say for example, then boom, your tank's back alive and takes another hit. So it's an extra attack more than what it would have had, which is a whole turn, which is a great tempo swing. So that's great under your own control. But on defense, this would be really like a lot better for a character like Cleo, whose turn 1 is to confuse and turn 2 is to charm. A character like Cleo is very beneficial because on defense, both, like no matter what the situation, if she can attack, she's going to be using something that has a very good status on it. Which is always good. So she's a pretty good hero to combine with this. Of course, Serenity or Yekaterina would be good choices, but I think that with Serenity, her second turn, and Yekaterina, her first turn, are not very ideal to combine with this set. But for player control, I think that even though it is a crit rate set, it works best on a tank. So maybe Jack, if you're going with a Jack tank and you're really afraid of slot 1 Jennies, this is the set for you for sure. This is a kind of a funny set. I believe it's plus 10% max HP every time you use a skill on allies. So want to make Invincible Nirvana or Moss, then this is the set for you. Okay, what do we got? Is this any good? I guess that's not terrible, because you're always going to be within 1 cell on a melee character. What I like about this set is it's a 2 movement set. So like there's only 1 movement and 4 movement with the ghost step. So for this to give 2, I think is pretty cool. I don't think it's as good as a Dasso set, but it's still very good, especially for PvE. I'd like one of those. This isn't very good. It's not terrible. It's definitely better than nothing. Like perfect crit damage potential on 1 star is only 4%, so this makes it 10%, which is really good if you do roll a pink crit damage potential on it. But it's I'm pretty sure this is a sword, this like gun sword thing. Oh, it's a mace. It's even worse. But it does give the hit rate as a bonus anyway. So, like, if this was a bow, I think it'd be like a heck of a lot better. Like, you get some synergy with crit damage. But I don't think it's as good as the Born Assassin. This is kind of okay. Health, mana, like all things that are universally good. The Slime King set is actually pretty good now. Well, it's good and not good. It's good because people are so defensively focused nowadays. So this is a very common thing, to get under 40% HP and multiple attacks, still be able to survive, and have a great effect like this come into play. But a lot of people are leaning towards area type heroes because the client set gives them absurd attack compared to attack type heroes. So it's like, why have an attack type hero unless he's completely broken like Lee? For tip top tier anyway. We are looking at all sets here. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, that's it for any of the new sets. Looking at heroes, I'm getting a lot of questions about the tier list, specific choices, especially with Sierra. I put Sierra, oh, I don't even have her, but I put her in tier 2. I haven't bought her yet, so I don't have any actual great experience with her. I'm only just going off the stats here. But her stats are really high, but you got to keep in mind, excuse me, with Angela's passive, Angela's better. Sierra's only good if she can get her brand to work, and that's not practical. It's practical on square map against the tank on turn 1 in PvP, but it's not practical otherwise. Like, the brand thing seems like a very PvE kind of thing. Like, nobody's going to walk into her brand range. Or even if they did, they'd probably be going into one-shot her because she's a very, very squishy hero. I think that she's a bit of a wasted hero because if you like look at how impractical her brand is in terms, like, it's really good, don't get me wrong. She's got very good output should she be able to meet her conditions, but we got to compare it to a character like Angela, who I feel is the current strongest paper type hero in the game. Definitely way stronger than Jenny. And the reason that is because this passive skill increases attack by 8%, which looks like it's been nerfed recently. So 0.7, I got 6 more levels, 0.7 at 6, 4.2. Yeah, so it's only about 10% attack total that she gains, but the 10% is on her total of all flat attacks. So just the difference between her base attack is already putting her basically on par with Lee, with just her passive being active, plus her skill hits allies, but it has an extremely high power, somewhere in the low 200s is where it caps out at. Very, very strong skill. I think it's the second strongest skill after Dominique's. Absurd, like 255% skill or whatever that is. But she's a very strong, well-rounded hero, and she's also got like ridiculous stats just all across for everything else. Like, she's got high attack, she's got very high mastery, she's got high crit rate, she's got high defense, she's got high HP, she's got high mana. So if so many things are just way better on Angela. Like, she doesn't suffer from things like Sierra would suffer from being squishy if she like she's the glass cannon, where Angela has higher damage potential than Sierra and has all this health and all this defense at the same time. She does have her paper restriction, but at the same time, it's a very small price to pay to be way stronger. Okay, who else do we have? Or what the heck was I talking about? Paper heroes, OP heroes. But yeah, Sierra, she does not deserve to be tier 1 in my opinion. I do not. I think that she's kind of a hype character right now because she's badass and she's cool, but she's not. She's not as good as Angela, by a lot. Okay, who else can we talk about? Oh, I'm currently joining the race to get a ton of 5-star heroes just for no reason. I'm just bored. I currently have 29, and hopefully these will put me up to 32, and then I'll just move on to the next three, which are probably going to be Alfred, Raboff, and Electra. But I'm just moving down the line, and once I get 40, I'll stop. That's for the achievements, if you didn't know. The last stage of the own X amount of 2, 3, 4, and 5-star heroes is it caps out at 40. So I got one more after this. All right. But anyway, let's talk about PvP formations. See if I can pick off some people from the rankings. See if anybody's playing right now. Spirits. I heard he got a really good team. Has Lamian played at all? Well, Lamian and I were duking it out tonight. But the guild's just too powerful. It seemed close for a bit, and then Lamian just got hammered down and lost just too many points. It's pretty hard to beat us. I think. I think some people would need to kind of organize their target and collaborate and attack it at the same time. But the problem with Chance is it's hard to tell which of us is actually going to be the one really going for first every night. Tonight was an exception because Nexon missed the daylight savings time, so at 8 o'clock I had a very clear lead into first. And I'm like, great, first place, 8 o'clock, done. And then I went back into it, and I basically left. I almost turned my phone off, and then I thought to myself, wait a minute, it's been giving me this error message every time I signed in about daylight savings time. I wonder if it did it. And then I went back in, and sure enough, Battle of Honor was still going for another hour, so that ended up costing me another 90 crystals and resets to keep up because Lamian went nuts after, and it was pretty damn close. But Chance OP came down on him like a ton of bricks. Let's look at Spirit's team. I heard he had a really awesome team. Now, oh sorry, who are we using here? Ooh, loving the new heroes and the sweet costumes. Costumes, if you didn't know, give a lot of battle power. If you're wondering why certain people have insanely high battle power, check out to see if every character they're using is wearing a costume and if they've bought all the Lord costumes. Because the Lord, I recently bought all the Lord costumes. That's basically all I've bought this month. I'm not even lying. Check this out. I've only bought 2 all month. Trying to get away from spending on this game. I got better things to spend money on. But I noticed after I bought them, the hero costumes add so much an amount of battle power that is completely impractical to the stats that they give. So just another one of the reasons why power levels are bullshit. Anyway, let's check this team out. So he's going with 2 papers, 2 rocks. I really like this formation, to be honest. I think that Sierra needs to switch with Jenny. Or Jenny actually needs to switch with Rage, and then Jenny needs to go away and become Angela. I think that would be probably the best formation for these specific heroes, but I think that Jenny and Angela have better synergy together than Sierra would. Jenny on square map is way stronger than Sierra on square map, where she's really good because Jenny can hit the fourth and the first target if she fourth and first slot if she goes first. Probably the best defensive hero right now on square map is Jenny, without a doubt. If she goes first, anyway. Otherwise, she's gonna get attacked and killed right away. Okay, so let's check out this rage. Oh, so he's going Ghost Step heroes instead of Pathfinder heroes. Oh, Jenny. Yeah, Ghost Step again. Oh, and does not have the Klein set on Jenny, surprisingly. Still, that's a really good set for her. Obviously, 32,000 attack, plus her 50% crit damage. What is your crit damage? No crit damage here. 7.5. No crit damage here. 9.6. Nothing there. Oh, wow. So he has so much room for improvement there. I've been working very hard on refining my Lee's gear. I'll go into it because I'm making a universally destructive set that is transferable to any one of a dozen characters, so I can swap around if the meta changes drastically into something that I can't deal with. I could probably have the strongest Jenny on the server in a heartbeat if I wanted to invest in it. But I just am known for being the loudmouth critic of Jenny, so I just don't think I want to do it. Sierra, going for another ghost step probably. Ooh, Pathfinder on this one. That was scary actually, 37,000 attack. This is a strong Sierra. It's almost as strong as my Lee. Of course, though, that is with the addition of this set. His potentials are probably not as good as mine. Oh, it stinks that this is a brooch. Sorry, yeah, a brooch. I think slot 5 necklace is pretty awesome. He doesn't have any mastery on this? Ouch. Well, that kind of ruins her consistency, but 111,000 health. This is a very strong Sierra. What's the defense on this? Only 5k, that's not that good. And all crit rates and a pink attack potential. Overall, like, this is obviously like S, SS, 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 S. Some of the highest output sets in the game on here across the board for all star levels. This is an outrageous Sierra compared to 90% of the ones out there. I wonder what his Musaka looks like. Oh, no Trinity on here. Nobody's got a sneaky gold tiger. Now, I like the sneaky gold tiger that you do, where you don't have the third piece for the HP, because people don't check naturally unless if somebody has a character die and then the remaining character's health jumps up like half of the HP bar, then you're gonna take a look at what he's got on or what his stats are, because you're gonna know that he's got the gold tiger set going for him. But with only 2, it's kind of like a sneaky attacker coming out of nowhere. He's also got the Desperado set for synergy. But this is a pretty good build. It seems fairly mediocre, to be completely honest, just because it's not super ideal. Looks like he's using these pieces here because they got good potentials on them for defense. No defense on here. I wonder how he has over 70% defense. But he doesn't even have this accessory defense. Are these all brooches? Nope, that's a necklace. But he's missing this defense potential. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Should see, that's 2%, 5.8. Oh, does he have flat defense on any of his things as well as the defense? That's got 63 on it. That's got 125 on it. Alright, so not really that much. Anyway, I wonder how he's got so much damn defense. Doesn't seem like he should have 17,000. The reason I'm saying that is because my Lee's gotten pretty monstrous. Yeah, we're going to go check out my Lee in this build. Yeah, I think that's just going to be it. Just wanted to sign in and claim my 1,000. Maybe I'll pull... is there any set that I want right now? Maybe an extra Born Assassin. Don't need any of that. I don't think there's any set that is 3-star that I'm actually looking for right now. Or do I have enough to... maybe... I don't even need the Beast Train. Got 2 full ones and 2 2-piecers. If this was on it, I'd go for it maybe. I think I might just save it for 4-star. There's no sets. Oh, wait, didn't I have a... oh. Maybe I'll save up for a 5-star and try and complete one of those. Anyway, I'm not going to be going for anything right now. We're just going to look at my lease build. I'm going to talk about refinement here. This is the Master Race Lee. I have been doing crazy micro refinements on him, which have been costing me a crap ton of potions modifying and a crap ton of mana stones modifying. And this is what I settled on. I dropped my mana potential because I was able to get enough mana on equipment to get a 2nd skill shot and 2 3rd skill shots without it. I also dropped 2 crit rate potentials for defense potentials because they were very excessive. I didn't need them. I even still have room to get rid of 1 more if I can just get this crit rate here to become orange or higher. It's just because I'm so refined right now, it's very hard to risk doing that unless I had like 100 potions, which is not going to be anytime soon. Maybe I'll save it doing this until later, like much later, because I definitely think I can do better than a green crit rate, but we'll see. They announced that they're going to be doing some kind of new enhancement, like refinement system to make platinum gear. Maybe we can get better stats with that, and I'll be able to neglect this crit rate, and I'll be able to get some kind of extra thing. But my Lee has defense, HP, and damage taken going through the roof here. I'm only missing a couple points in damage taken. I don't have absolutely perfect defense potentials, but Miley's only got 9,497 defense. Now, his base defense is low for sure. It's only 1,400, like Muzaka is double that. So all the percent potentials get another 1,400, but I don't think that adds up to an 8,000 defense difference. Like, what do you guys think? Is there something? And I do have the defense mastery now. I've been running with that recently. But I do have it, so tell me where I'm missing, because I got 2 brooches, 2 rings, and a necklace. I've got 2.7% defense, I believe, out of 3.3, I think is the max here. And I got 1% damage taken. Awesome. Over here, I have 5.8% and 1.6% damage taken, or 2, so I'm only missing 0.4% damage taken from that so far. 10% defense, 0.4 missing from this damage taken potential also. This defense could be re-rolled if I want to, but it's hard to pick. Like, this seems like it would be better to equip. Just switch this right out for this. but I don't think that the difference in defense would make up for me losing my perfect damage taking potential, because it is such a small amount, 10.7% versus 8.9%, so 1.6% defense. Is that even going to raise me a 0.5%? Like, it's, whereas the damage taken percent is definitely based off of like a very specific amount. So not sure about that. I'm missing another 0.3 damage taken over here, and I got the pink one on this one as well. I also like how my fourth one is defense. My ideal build is damage taken, defense percent, HP percent, and then flat defense. That would be the dream. I also would really, really, really love it if I can get this to, say, damage to boss and a pink, obviously, defense potential on that. Because I think that the pink attack and attack by HP potentials on this is basically like sold this on me forever. Even if I got a Massacre set, I wouldn't need the third piece on my Lee. I would only need two pieces because I wouldn't need the 1300 crit rate to maintain my 100%. And these potentials are just too amazing to throw that away. Maybe they invented or made a way to fuse items, so you can take potentials from this item and fuse it to another piece, and then it would transfer the level, rarity, and whatever just to a new set piece or something like that. So you can basically take this, and if I get a God of Massacre accessory, I could just transfer it over and take everything from this and put it onto that and just lose this item in the process. I think that'd be cool. But anyway, we're talking about refinement here. So I've gotten to the point where I've got very little to gain anywhere. I can roll this until I get attack a bunch of times. You know, we'll even do that. It's not worth much. 5 rolls. Is there anything that I need? No, never mind. It's not worth it. For 0.9% attack, I could probably take this from 38,000 to 38,300 or something like that. But it's just not worth it. But playing around with things to keep things kind of really high. I've gained 17% defense this week. My hit rate is still generally high. I do have 2 completed battlesuit sets, so hit rate is never an issue for me with the other 35%. I really want to, like, every single one of my Beast Rain gloves has 8% critical damage. Drives me crazy. Oh, except this one. Give me damage. Wow. Bad luck. Oh, shit. Okay, I have to do math. Alright. 10% crit rate, 4.8 attack, 5.9 damage. 4.8 attack versus 7.5 damage. 7.5. Alright, so 1.6, but 2.4. Yeah, critical damage is better than damage, if you didn't know. Very, very slightly, but still. Also, that's a higher number. Crit rate gives me some extra playroom too. Sweet deal. Man, I forgot that I was working on this extra piece. Well, if only I could have gotten this orange damage potential, it would have been awesome. There you go, Lee. Live the dream. Wow, I gained a whole percent. It doesn't seem like much, but the closer I get to perfection, the more crit rate potentials I can get rid of. But these are currently the items I have set on. This is my dream build, and this Lee is awesome. He's a complete monster. Now, what I like about all the pieces I have is they're all universal. I could transfer these to any character in the game, and the characters that benefit from a Klein set, I already have one on Yekaterina. I've been thinking about taking everything off my Lee and putting it on the Yekaterina, and just taking all her, because my Lees are much more refined. Like hers are all still very good pieces, just not as good. %, crit rate, come on. Well, no good. Because this would be probably the best. 6.9, 9.2, and 14.9. Nope, never mind. Anyway, but Yekaterina would be the best because the client set obviously is as OP as anything could be. I got some pretty good potentials on these two. Just need to get defense on this, and we'll be good. But the client set, definitely the most broken set in the game. Area attack type heroes are insane. I think Yekaterina, I'm not building her defense right now, I'm building her pure damage, so she's not that defense heavy for me. I could definitely add another 10% to that defense if I really want to buff her out, but I'd rather have the crit rate. But I could probably bring this Yekaterina's attack over 40k if I swapped out with Lee's. And I could definitely put her crit rate into the 90 to 100% range, without a doubt. And then I could probably refine these potentials a bit more, drop a bunch of them for defense. I don't want to yet, because I have, like, Lee is my man crush currently, so that's what we're just going to be going with. But I basically have a set with Lee that is built that is universal for any character in the game. So I was even thinking about the fifth slot set is variable, but everything else is very universal. I was thinking about using this if I can complete a Trinity set for my Muzaka, and then playing around with him for a little bit, just dropping Lee either completely or dropping Serendi completely. The thing is, Lee is just so good on the ice map and every other map. That is pretty nuts. But I've kind of been putting a lot into refining this as much as I can, stat wise, that so that I could basically just have a universal, this character's no good anymore, this character's good, boom, it all goes over there. And I'm raising this huge army of characters to make that character available to me, whatever hero it becomes. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. It's been going on long enough. Just wanted to come and show off my sweet Lee skills and fall asleep and not be able to think of what I was going to say, and claim my rank 1 prize. Anyway, it's been another awesome week of me being too lazy to put up videos or too tired. Thanks for watching. Oh, sweet. Didn't know that was happening. Alright, have a good night.